Jack in the Box is a restaurant known for its burgers, tacos, and one very unique mascot. Robert Peterson opened the first Jack in the Box in San Diego, California in 1951. He created the first drive-thru hamburger stand, selling hamburgers at 18 cents each. There was also a giant Jack in the Box clown on top of the roof to greet customers. Jack in the Box focused initially on just drive-thru service. The drive-up window concept had been around for a while, and a restaurant in Anchorage, Alaska was the first to use the two-way intercom for ordering. However, nobody combined the two before Peterson purchased the intercom rights and included both at his restaurant. Peterson pioneered this drive-thru service with an intercom system that customers could talk into and place their orders before driving up to the window. This greatly decreased wait time and revolutionized the fast food industry. Even though they opened as a hamburger stand, they have become famous for their tacos, which have been on the menu since the 1950s. They weren't part of the original 1951 Jack in the Box menu, but they were added within the first few years. To make the tacos, the tortillas are fried with beef inside, and then hot sauce, lettuce, and a slice of American cheese is added on top. Jack in the Box has patented every aspect of its strange taco, and sells about 500 million of them per year. The recipe also hasn't changed, because they don't want to mess with a good thing. Jack in the Box introduced the first breakfast sandwich to the fast food industry in 1969. They named the sandwich Breakfast Jack, and since then has served breakfast food all hours of the day. In the early 1970s, some other unique menu items were introduced, such as a fish sandwich called Moby Jack and Frings, a combination of onion rings and French fries. They also introduced the Jumbo Jack, which got its name because it was considered one of the largest burgers in the fast food industry. The burger stayed untouched for years until 1999, when ketchup was added and the special sauce was nixed. By the late 1970s, the company grew to 1,000 restaurants and started to expand east. However, they quickly closed a few hundred of those locations when they realized that Jack in the Box would be more successful in the West and Southwest. Shortly after this, Jack in the Box decided to shed its circus-like interiors, lose the clown on top of its restaurants and drive-thru intercoms, and evolve into something that would appeal more to adults than children. So in the early 1980s, they started marketing campaigns aimed at adults and got rid of Jack, the mascot, by literally blowing him up in a commercial. They also changed the logo and tweaked the menu to make it slightly more upscale. Their menu now added more items such as the chicken sandwich, finger foods, and curly fries. They also added the first ever portable salad, which was another industry first. They took rebranding a step too far in 1985 when they tried to rename the restaurant Monterey Jack's. It was a complete disaster, and they changed the name back to Jack in the Box less than a year later. The biggest crisis to ever hit the chain happened in 1993, when Jack in the Box was responsible for one of the most infamous food poisoning outbreaks in history. 73 locations across the West served customers undercooked patties, causing over 500 people to become gravely ill. Since then, they have increased the cook temperatures of their burgers to ensure it never happens again. In a fall 1994 commercial, Jack reemerges and takes his rightful place as founder and CEO. He then proceeds to blow up the Jack in the Box boardroom with a paper bag reading "Jack's Back" falling onto the conference table in the aftermath. The now legendary ad was instrumental in boosting sales. The new mascot is a lanky, round-headed Jack who has a pointy yellow hat and a slick suit, and is still going strong. Today, the company operates over 2,200 restaurants in 21 states, mostly in the West. So if you're somewhere on the West Coast, you might want to stop by and grab a bite to eat at Jack in the Box.